Peace and blessings. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another story time. Today, we are invited to embark on an adventure with the Fool. Welcome to the Fool's Journey and the 56 Movements of Minor Explorations. This deck was created by a very dear person close to my heart, Andrea Furtick. And let's begin. At the dawn of the day, the Fool is on their way, journeying towards a destiny anew. Optimistic in sight, she follows a light towards a destination, guided by clues. First, on her mission, she encounters the magician, planted in the garden of will. As above, so below, 'tis through the power she flows, to use her tools to make her desires real. As creation did flow, appeared the one who does know, 'tis the high priestess of internal truth. As she lifted the veil, pomegranates fell, for our Fool now knew just what to do. Tis the time for creation and passionate invention, as the Empress of Fertility is here, and with enthusiastic energy and a mindset of synergy, an abundant harvest is certainly near. But whom giveth permission to this Fool on a mission? 'Tis the Emperor of mental strength, holding balance in his hand, the ultimate man with a plan, honors the journey's authenticity, not length. And to whom shall she listen? And to what given conviction? For the Hierophant shall be her guide, giving direction and instruction against the moves of destruction. The Fool commits here to the rules of stride. For they then moved along, and her heart sang a song, while another echoed with a contemplating tune. Blessed from above, for now the Fool has found love, and the lovers unite in the eclipse of the moon. When the sun went away, and the moon was at bay, the Fool mounted the chariot of change, joining forces disconnected and positive merger for all affected. The Fool, now worthy, guides the reins. Furthermore, on her journey, the Fool started to worry as she encountered a lion in her path. But with mental agility, she then found the ability to use the strength of her mind, not wrath. When diving deeper inside in herself, she confides and introspectively lights her own way. As she embodies the hermit with inner wisdom, she's earned it, knowing the time is approaching for change. Alas, change has come, yet this journey is not done, as the wheel of fortune has started to spin. And now the bad days and all the hard ways have provided the Fool with a win. To get what she's earned by the lessons she's learned, the one of justice shall provide her fate. With truth on the scales, may her good actions prevail and produce blessings along the rest of the way. Shall she reevaluate her plan by way of the hangman, as the fool now feels the need to wait, thinking deep of her choice as she hears her own voice, because in solitude she'll move closer to fate. So in efforts to grow, she knows something must go, in a death making way for the new. And within this final end, seeds of manifestation can begin to be planted and sprout into view. As this journey has only begun and not quite done, the fool arrives at the pause in between. So with faith, joy, and balance, and temperance and talents, she holds on to her vision unseen. Now there's moments when that we love holds on to us like a glove, and the fool's found herself imprisoned to her pleasures. Between the horns of the devil, she's found herself in trouble, needing to break free of her treasures. So in an unexpected hour, the fool experienced the tower, an abrupt change she just could not ignore. And without a moment to spare, she did what she did, as her foundation has been burned to the core. In a place not too far, the fool gazed at the scar, as its cosmic radiance fueled her glow. And with her soul bare, she meditated there, and learned she was all she needed to grow. By the moon's mystical notion, she must travel through the ocean, while shadows and illusions cause fright. But onward she must go, and courage she must know, if she wishes to feel the warmth of daylight. A little further on her way, the fool sees the light of day, and all is lit by the sun at high noon. For then she did see that all she wanted could just be, and by her hand her abundance shall bloom. And then loudly she heard a horn, and with her soul no longer torn, she knew the time for judgment was here. And with a path now clearly laid, her decision had been made. She moved along, no longer in fear. Now encased in her own beauty, for this fool has fulfilled her duty and manifested the destiny of her dreams. And for now she is the world, now a goddess, not a girl, and is proud of all that she's been in between. So with all her tools aligned and the irrelevant role of time, this now goddess knows that she's all that she needs. Now connected at her core, she's opened a brand new door and now reigns over her existence as the supreme. One sword in hand, one thought, one plan, a victorious choice has been made. And with action behind it, success, one shall find it, now that clarity in mind has been raised. Now there is often a time that we can be blind, in moments when we must choose. But with the courage to see of the two swords which you need, one has a much better chance not to lose. rolling in with the storm, with no warning, no alarm, pierced a sword that a heart couldn't take. Already awakened by two, when the third sword pierced through, it had no other choice but to break. After weathering the storm, the mind can be worn and simply not doing its best. So with the four swords around, it weighs less than a cloud and prepares for the next test with rest. I'm going to interrupt here. This is my favorite depiction of the Five of Swords that I have ever seen. I have this on a t-shirt. I love it that much. Back to our story. For what is the cost of a win or a loss? It depends on whose blood stained the sword. With 5 blades on the field, 4 decided to yield, but it was for cause or the score. Six swords mark 2 paths, one of peace, one of wrath. So which way shall one soul choose to go? For what's destined to be lies beyond choice indeed, leaving the other a mystery unknown. "'Tis a vision in the night, and a beauty in the light, though all is not just as it seems. 7 swords in possession, she distracts with obsession, using trickery as a means to deceive. When one is bound by fear, avoid vision of what is near. 8 swords encased like a prison, yet the harder one steers, appears clearly a place there to break free and restore one's vision. With sword in hand, I'm sorry, here we are. When there's no place to hide from the blades in your mind, and the moonlight illuminates your fears, with 9 swords bearing down, and one faces to the ground, ones can't see there's no real danger there. Yeah. It can happen to all of us at the times we do fall, victim to a death from behind. 10 swords in the rear, obliterating what's there, leaving space for transformation divine. With sword in hand, this daughter of swords has a plan and agility in every stride. Combined with spirit full of energy, one can recognize the ability to be victorious in a matter of time. With speed and great force, the Son of Swords sets the course, determined to transform into something new. Sword raised in the air, one must move with great care, for with caution, butterflies emerge from the cocoon. With no vision more pristine and clarity of the scene, the goddess of swords protects all that is true. Driven purely by the facts, halting impurity in its tracks, she leads the way with valor, tact, and truth. Connected at his core, the god of swords commands the floor as he reigns with authoritative compassion. Always fair in his decisions, for his wisdom grants permission of victory to the one of willful action. Boldly sprouting into view, growing from what you do, this twig has the potential to be a tree. So what actions shall one take, and what destiny shall one create? For here flies or here lies a moment of opportunity. With 2 wands in one's hands, feel free to explore the land as valiant efforts has unlocked many doors, and as horizons expand with light, one must keep dreaming in the night of the places one has yet been able to explore. Yet, when one is on the move and one's finally got the groove, one must always remain flexible in direction. Three wands firm in the sand, though not enough to rule the land, but still stable enough to produce succession. Here, celebration is in order, as four wands provide a border of grand and monumental joy. For this day brings satisfaction from long and intense actions, leading now to a moment to enjoy. Now, when all seem to have a voice, it can be hard to make a choice in the chaos and find a way to align. But with their five wands in the air, it must take a vow to hear and blend paths as one by compromise. For now one can be proud as one glistens from a cloud, being admired for all that has been done. To now be cheered on by one's peers for progressive action in one's rear provides strength for more victories to be won. However, as one moves along and the others turn out wrong, the one in progress may find themselves in defense. But this one shall stand her ground and dismiss the angry crowd and allow one's true fruitful growth to commence. Now, with energies flying high and winds blowing in the sky, eight wands focus and take their best shots. But see how one's caught in the wind just right and lead the others in the light, making this the beginning of a victory well fought. When one knows they're almost there and one's strength begins to wear, nine wands stand from the battles of past. Yet now, even standing in this light, it can feel like the dead of night. But know the battle of this moment shall not last. 10 wands now weighing down, supported by one's crown, as success brings on times of responsibility. Yet with focus in one's eyes and balance in one's stride and grace, one shall make their own way to victory. Creative spirits roaming free with sights set on what's to be, the daughter of wands has passion for all that's to come. Could it be exciting news? But just be mindful of the views and refrain from getting blinded by the sun. Riding in on willful action, full of courage and focused traction, the Son of Wands rears the horns of execution. But be sure to stay the path and not move too fast if one wishes to keep the efforts of revolution. Where, when one's nature is to nurture, to create, and carry further, the goddess of wands shall be one's fiery guide. Fearlessly fertile in her reign, the true gatekeeper of all to gain, this goddess brings temperate action to stride. I have that on a t-shirt too. Alas, a visionary reigns. The god of wands brings plans of change, with sights set far on infinite success. Both protected and aligned, this god has valiantly led the line, and now may sit upon his throne and take a rest. For here is the cup of one, overflowing in the sun. The Ace of Cups offers an abundance of true emotions. May every sense run overflowing, for now is a time of knowing that with love one can realize pure devotion. For sometimes it takes a balance of two cups of equal talents joining together in a way that's divine. Here, actions honor deep connections, for these two bring pure perfection as they solidify their agreement to align. Three cups raised in the air, as all in company are aware, as their efforts produce a win for all involved. For each gave a contribution to bring a dream now in fruition. So cheers to now another problem solved. To be in deep meditation takes a skill of concentration. However, to see all that's offered on this plane, multiple offers all around, one cup in the air, three on the ground, await a choice of which cup one shall want to gain. In a time when one cannot see past pains of what used to be, one shall be blind to the beauty of the now. So with three cups overturned, one simply must attempt to learn. 5 cups can be full again if one allows. As one reminisces on the past of the joys that could not last, one can find themselves wishing to reconnect. Yet with now 6 cups in full bloom, with seasonal flowers trimmed and pruned, one can gaze out at the past without regrets. For here lies a choice to make, but be sure one's time to take, as the spectrum of their contents are often hidden. 7 cups sit shining bright, some gifted treasures, some kryptonite. One must be sure to look inside before this decision. 8 cups reflecting in the night, illuminating what's not right, and even with all there is, there's something missing. Now with courage one must go in search of the cup one does not know, leading to an existence one shall find to be fulfilling. When one's roots are firmly planted and one's wishes are being granted, 9 cups overflow with one's deepest wants. However, will this be enough to keep this position? Is no longer tough, so maybe now's the time for a much difficult stunt. And when all is in a line, and deep care has proved divine, 10 cups still full of harmonious visions, with positive emotions flying high, reflects a rainbow in the sky, as fulfillment has arrived after decisions. Alas, what do we have here? This opportunity may be unclear, as the Daughter of Cups looks on with great ambition. Seeing past its presentation, this daughter can imagine its destination and feel free to move forward, guided by intuition. There's never been a better start than an offering from the heart, and the Son of Cups executes that with such grace. And by leading with his charms, his elegance, and not his arms, he'll attract all around him to his place. Eyes focused on her flow, fully aware of her depth of soul, The goddess of cups sits stably by the seas. And as all tends to swirl around, this goddess knows she cannot drown and uses intuition to progress forward in peace. Even in the most turbulent oceans, the God of Cups has true devotions as he balances both power and control. And as he looks out on his journey, he feels no need to worry, no matter how high the tides begin to roll. In its beginning stages here, an opportunity does appear to be nurtured and provide a crop to make. Allow this one pentacle to be the seed of what's destined and meant to be, but be sure to allow one's thorough time to take. With two pentacles in one's hand, it can be difficult to hold a stance and stay balanced as devotions must equate. When giving efforts to support two, one must be careful what they do, because in those hands also rests one's fate. At times, it takes more than one, or even two, for what must be done, as three pentacles unite for a common goal, all offering what they possess. Avoid their egos, they're bound to bless, sharing a path to a victory to unfold. With so much still to be gained, and four pentacles on the brain, be careful not to be blindsided by the horde. To restrict the quest to expand produces an emptiness of the land and an existence in which one will ultimately come to be bored. When there's a chilliness in the air and one's viewpoint has shown unfair, it can hurt to see desires so out of reach. But know that those five pentacles that hang so high should not be envied by one's eyes, as the time will come where pentacles fall at one's feet. All in balance of the flow, pentacles come and pentacles go. 'Tis never-ending cycle of exchange. And with six pentacles in distribution, one joyously making a contribution, and the others very grateful to be sustained. Seven seeds did one invest, and now here comes the grandest test, one of patient faith in the seeds that one has sown. And as one takes the time to wait, knowing seven pentacles is in their fate, one awaits a harvest that one can call their own. When the motions must stay the same, know this work has much to gain, as eight pentacles each are labored by one's hands. And despite the repetition, one's mind is focused on the vision and dutifully completes all that one knows that one can. When one is standing on one's own, in abundance that one's grown, all blooms and moves at one's own command. Nine pentacles now proving to be right. One now basks beautifully in the light, as one enjoys the view and looks out at one's land. The traveled road may have been long, but involved bonds have now grown strong, with 10 pentacles paving the way to earn success. Now seeing clearly ahead the path, one cannot help but smile and laugh at all the obstacles that led to a place so blessed. For the daughter of Pentacles has the hands that cause fruition in the land, as she and all around her can clearly see. With one pentacle to materialize, she shall bring forth an enterprise that will in due time become a worthy destiny. With a fruitful harvest near mature, the Son of Pentacles can endure all the tasks necessary to sustain, and even if he feels quite tired, his sights are set on true desires, knowing his patient practices shall bring forth much to gain. Feminine abundance in full bloom. The goddess of Pentacles hums a tune as manifestations frame fertile and luscious beauty. Nurturing all nestled in her care, she brings to life all that she holds dear and has been abundantly rewarded to fulfill this duty. The god of Pentacles once had a vision that he successfully brought to fruition in an abundant way that all around admired. Now here he stands, mastering creation, blessed immensely for his dedication, able to manifest all his heart and mind desires. Thank you, Andrea Furtick, for bringing us such a beautiful, beautiful heirloom, one that will stay in my library for until I'm no longer. Andrea will be or has been picked up by a publisher to have her decks be mass produced. And she continues on her journey. I wish her an abundance of luck. If you know me, I love Andrea to the max, and I will support her in everything that she does. I don't know this young lady personally. I love her vibe. I love her energy. I love what she's about. I love her artwork. So I just wanted to share this. Let's see, can I get this here? Yeah. So have a great day. See you soon. Bye.